Truth here. Now, I don't know if the people is in denial with this Pope and all of these so-called Catholic priests that, sexual abusing these kids. And how they get away with it is beyond me. But I already told you people, it's an operation for these elite peoples to do that to the kids, and they don't go to prison for it. That's what you need to understand. These are pedophilias. All of them, that's what the Catholic Church is about. And this gonna confirm it. Put a final nail in the coffin. That's these people is 100% into the pedophilia. That's it. That's what they're there for, doing the devil work. We go get into this right here and break it down. Make it run.
An investigation into the French Catholic Church is uncovering hundreds of thousands of...
There is no fucking investigation, people. You need to understand that they're not investigating nothing. Now and then they just tell you about it. Tell you about, just a little scratch at the surface they're trying to let you get, but you don't understand. It's way bigger than they're so-called telling you. You got to understand that's what they're doing there. It's part of their rituals.
Victims of sexual abuse. 216,000 minors were allegedly abused.
All coding they got for the masses. 3 6s at the top right there. And there go your number 3 again. And I already told you, they're just giving you these numbers. Because this is way, way bigger than these numbers that they're giving you. This been going on for ages, people. Not just now. Pay attention.
Used by French Catholic priests, deacons, and other clergy. The report says...
Even deacon people, the people who so-called telling you about religion and everything. You see them with the cross? This is what they wear around the neck. Every one of them Catholic people. Some of them even have the so-called Jesus dead hanging on it. What kind of shit is that, people? It's devil work.
The abuse occurred between 1950 and 2020. The inquiry...
So you hear that, people? From 1950. And don't worry about it. It's ancient day shit. It's not no 1950, but take that in consideration, people. How long they've been doing that. They tell you it's 1950. Let's take that. They're doing it from 1950. Nobody get arrested. Why is it still going on from 1950, people? Why? It's something that they do. That's what the fuck they do. Their number one agenda is pedophilia. Bam.
Now the number of victims could climb to as many as 330,000 when you factor...
See that, people? That's another coding again. Like I don't tell you, they're just throwing out numbers out there. It's way bigger than they're telling you. That's why it's going on for all this time. And people still put a blind eye to it. Wake your ass up.
And abuse by lay members of the church, such as Catholic school teachers. France's Catholic bishops are asking the victims for forgiveness.
They're asking the victims for forgiveness. Wow, I told you, people, this is how they do it. They pray on the weak. 100%. The kids is the weak, and that's who they pray on. And you shouldn't be like shocked to hear that it's the Catholic Church who do it, because they are the head of all churches, basically. You see all those big old church that they have? You need to wake up. All those cathedral and them shit. It's the same thing, people. It's the devil work they're doing. Now you know what they're doing, who they're really working for. Who you think would promote that sodomism and the so-called pedophilia? What, the creator or the fucking devil? You tell me.
And Pope Francis says he learned about
these characters, all of them in change. And all of these Chinese fucking signs and symbols they got on around the neck. You see them? Nothing but Satan himself right there post up on you.
Quote, with pain and sorrow. He says his thoughts and prayers go out to the victims, and
yes,
he is...
of course, thoughts and prayers, but he also in it. He's the head of it. What that tell you? The whole church, the whole fucking Catholic Church is about pedophilia. And this bam right here is the head of it. So what that tell you if you got any kind of brain, people? That tell you that he's the head of it. That mean he's 100% one of them. He just in disguise. And every time they so-called call out one of those pedophilias, yes, he gonna come and say his thoughts and his prayers go out to the victims. But they never do nothing to the so-called perpetrator. They move him to another church.
Grateful to them for their courage to speak out.
Of course.
For more on this, I want to bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Chris Livesay in Rome. Hi, Chris. So there are over 300,000 victims of abuse detailed in this report. How did this, quote, veil of silence hide so many victims for so long?
Bam, don't say a fucking word. I'll tell you why. Because it's the devil people, the same fucking people who run the earth. The same people who control your justice system. They pick and choose who they take justice against. Do you understand that? They don't take justice against their own. That's why they can rob you with the stock market. That's a Ponzi scheme. Selling you shit that you can't buy for real. It's the same damn shit, people. They don't go to prison to rob you in plain sight. No way. Yes, but the regular people, they can't do it, so-called. They're forbidden for doing all of this shit. But the government people can do it and get away with it. That's the reason why they never ring a bell. That's why the shit stay under the damn rug until today.
Well, thank you, Tanya. Well, one Vatican insider we spoke to said that the staggering number of both victims and perpetrators, roughly 3,000 priests, suggests that there must be irrefutable evidence of a cover-up. I mean, in order to keep...
Cover-up? I tell you, people, you're just dumb to believe in the system, man. You don't understand. What if you have a kid? Say, for instance, you have a kid growing up. You are a Catholic because you've been brainwashed. That's why you're in there to begin with. And you hear all of these shit going on, but you still bring your little boy around them. What kind of dumb shit is that? I told you, people, all of them involved know about it. It's a rituals, a 100% rituals they're running on those kids. The parents know about it. They're here a long time. They just tell you from 1950, even though I tell you it's way, way, way older than that. But I just tell you, the parents gonna still put their kids in those people's hands so they get to abuse them, even though they know already that's what the fucking church is about.
Something like this under wraps suggests just this long-standing pattern we've seen at the Vatican and at the Catholic Church when it comes to other cover-ups, victims and survivors long accusing them of protecting not the children, but indeed the priests and other clergy and other members of the church who are carrying out these crimes. And
they're protecting the people that actually carrying out the crimes. You hear what I just tell you, people? And you still dressed up and go to their church? You still go down there and claim that you're praising the Creator out there? Wow, the people just gonna stay dumb until they die.
The media for reporting them as opposed to rooting out the evil, which is, of course, the criminals themselves.
No, you can't root out the evil. The whole thing is evil. The whole fucking church. If you want to root it out, you burn that fucking shit down. That's why it's there, people. They're hiding behind religion. You never understand the most wicked people in the world hold a religion. Why? That's why they hide behind. It's like a fucking big rock. That's how they get to carry off those shits on the quiet. Because they're hidden behind religion. That's why they do it, people. 100% in.
Who are donning the robes of the priests.
Chris, we know that the president of the Bishops' Conference of France is asking the victims for forgiveness, but what has been the overall reaction to the findings in this investigation, especially from the victims themselves?
Well, the report itself, which spoke to so many victims, accused the church of cruel indifference for, as I mentioned...
Indifference, but I'm going to mention it again because I always have to do this because I can't help myself. They show the so-called, American Gymnastics Association calling out a man they call Larry Nassar. Say he was fendling all those girls in the gymnastic a whole time and they cover it up. But guess what? They said they give him 99 years, all coding. But watch this. How much time did the so-called priest get? 0 time in prison for molesting those kids. Can you imagine what they're doing with them people? These are some wicked fucking perverts. What you think they're doing with those kids? You don't even want to think about it. What you think, people? These are some wicked fuckers on earth.
Putting off the victim.
Every priest, every one of them. You can't trust none of them, period. You're dumb if you do. You can't trust them now, people. It's too much videos. I have to do too much videos on the same fucking shit. So I'm saying now you can't trust no priests. All priests you have to consider A damn pedophilia. I don't give a fuck how you feel. If they're in your family, you have to watch them. Now it confirms people that it's not an accident. That's what they do.
Oftentimes silencing them, accusing them of being in on it, of being responsible.
Accuse them of being in on it. In on what? So the little kid in on the rituals that y'all are running on them. Wow.
Themselves for the abuse that they received. And so we've seen just a lot of indignation on the part of victims who have been silenced. I mean, keep in mind, these are 300,000 childhoods that were ruined. In fact, the report mentioned about 60% of them experiencing the fallout of that psychologically and otherwise for the rest of their lives. So for the very first time, they're getting the kind of recognition that they've wanted, and seeing the blame shifting to the church and away from them.
Look at how people act in church. First of all, you already know people. They're serving up the mark of the beast right now, and every church is involved in it. You believe that? Why? The church is a business. They have to comply with all government so-called rules and regulation. They have to comply because it is a business in Babylon. 100% in. Don't trust no church. All of them is in and fucking up the masses right now in this end times. I'm gone. Take a look at this right here, people. Like we talk about the pedophilias. What you think this is right here? This is kids' blood. Don't doubt me when I tell you. This right here is Kylie Jenner right here showing you the devil work in plain sight. Look at the nails on it. You see the nails basically like claws? And watch this right here, people. Mingling in blood. Right here, taking a bath in blood, one of their rituals they have on the masses. It's no different from what the Catholic Church doing. This is child blood they use for this right here. Don't doubt when I tell you, that's what they do, people. They don't have anything else to use. That's what they're nourishing. Baby blood. Yes, so they can be younger. That's why you see them bathing in it. Put it on their skin. How much time I don't tell you. There it is in plain sight. It's not just a theory, it's real shit. They're playing the devil work right here in front of the masses. That's the rituals right there. What you think they're doing in those Catholic church? And I told you, don't trust these sodomites that they give you for so-called artists. And whatever they give you them as, they all devil puppet working for the devil. 100% in. What is this one portraying right there, people? Taking a bath in blood. And don't ask if the blood belongs to some children. This is how they do it right here in plain sight. Don't trust them. Bam on.